Hey everybody, this is going to be a fun honing video, and I decided to ask AI some questions about this razor because when I bought it, they said it was a Japanese made razor. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. So this logo on the back, let's see if we can see it. There we go. That is called the Case House with the weather vane on top. So this was a case made razor. I asked AI and they say the 800 that you see here means that this was high carbon steel, full hollow ground for a singing shave. Ability was a line they had for a while of straight razors, and their best steel was the work they did for silver steel. So that's really cool. I like case razors. It's an American made razor. They were very popular. I had forgotten some things. So the Robeson I'd shown before, I was like, are they part of the Case family? Well, they didn't come from Case like the W.R. Case and Sons, but kinfolks were cousins to the W.R. Case and Sons. This is my soft dark, guys. It's a convex stone. I'm putting on some Cajun blade honing oil. And so kinfolks razors, they were part of the Case family. They were like cousins. Robeson, believe it or not, was part of the Case family, just not the people that worked at W.R. Case and Sons. They were all in the Case family. They just... Anyways, I think kinfolks got absorbed by Robeson or something like that. But yes, I put a ton of oil on this soft art, convex. I did kill the edge. I didn't have to. It's not cutting through the peanut. I could have showed you, but I'm not cleaning it off now to show you. You can take my word for it. And I don't know. I probably need to get the lapping system because I do use this stone a lot, and I've been using it a lot lately. And I would like to convex it again. It cuts faster. My personal experience, I know it's anecdotal because I haven't been honing long. I feel like this side wants to dry out faster on the oil. But we're just... So this is supposed to be a version of silver steel. Best steel. Isn't AI a wonderful thing sometimes? Look, I'm not like, oh, yeah, AI is the best. I'm just saying, it was nice that I was able to ask that question and get information, you know? Quickly. Not spend hours like I had to do last time on the kinfolks thing. I learned that years ago, and you couldn't pose those questions to AI and get quick answers. I don't like one-hand honing. I just don't. I try, but now it's gotten to where I just can't. I'm not even really torquing here, guys, just so you know. How long are we in on this? Maybe a minute and a half. And I did kill the edge. It wasn't cutting through the peanut. And I didn't want to kill it much. I just ran it along the corner of this stone, and if I gave it a little oomph, it would go through. So I don't think we're far off from being able to set a bevel. I just also... Look, I'm tinkering. I know this razor has shaved well, had good edges. It had a J-nat on it before I'm doing this to it. And I would just like to have a concave bevel on this. And if I get the bevel set well, and I do this right, there should be less work on polishing the edge up moving forward on every other stone. Should speed up the process. And according to Jared, at the Superior Shave, that makes for a more comfortable shave to have a concave edge. I'm not saying I believe that, I'm just I'm quoting the source. Does that tell you anything? I'm just quoting the source. Sorry if you hear like TV in the background. Got that going. Dishwasher's going. Gotta grab a peanut. Peanut. Oh, here's a peanut. They're kind of everywhere. I'm going to spend a little time on the toe. I'm surprised. I would have thought I was a little too heavy on the toe during the honing. And even with these convex stones, you can, you know what I'm saying? You can still focus on a certain area. You don't always have to use rolling X if you want. It seems like you can blend. Like, there's only a certain area that this stone is actually making contact with the edge. And it makes it easier to pinpoint some things. I'm not saying this is the way I want to go for like all my stones, but I do like bevel setting on this. And this razor didn't need it. I just literally wanted to. And I know if I wanted to reset the bevel, I didn't have to kill the edge. I'm just inexperienced, and I know that if I kill the edge and bring it back, I know I'm taking more steel off and everything, but I know I've done the work I needed to do. I'd be fine if I was like working it up from a heavy slurry. I could knock the edge off or whatever. But I just, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I'm putting a concave bevel on this thing. Alright, let's give it a try. Trying to find a... Just needs more work, guys. That's my personal opinion. We're gonna flip it a little. You need to be careful. Like I said, this probably needs to be convexed again. I know black arcs and everything else are hard, but I don't know how hard these are. They are called soft after all. Just the way that toe's feeling right there, I wanted to spend some time on it. And this stone's starting to feel a little rougher than it did. So I probably need to like do the whole thing and lap it. Not lap it, but convex it, texture the stone appropriately. Like if I textured it, I might just like use like 1000 grit, maybe 2, like if you got the Jared lapping system. Did y'all hear that? Right through there. I know it's starting to look dry, but it's really not. And honestly, it's fine. So people that hone, do you sit? Do you stand? For some reason I found that I do not like sitting. That's new peanut. That one's been used to death. Just want to make sure that I'm not re-entering in some old spot. Oh, I'm going to dawn it real quick, get this oil off, because it's still not off. Alright. Hopefully I've cut or done something so y'all didn't have to endure all of that. Wipe it clean. So I'm really excited that... I didn't even talk about the scales, guys. Purple carbon fiber. Nicholas Goodmanson. With pink G10 liners and an acrylic like marbleized scale. Wedge. He calls these Mordor scales, but I'm the one who wanted the purple and the pink. Make jokes. It's alright. I can take it. Is that the new? Where's the new peanut? I don't think that... There we go. That was the old peanut. I was like, I just hit the old... I'm still going to spend more time. See? It's not really cutting hair yet. So I'm not happy with that. Until that bevel's set, that I can cut hair. And it just wasn't going through the peanut like I wanted it bevel set. This might be some harder steel than I've been used to using to bevel set on this. Is that a possibility, guys? I bevel set a gold dollar on this. That was actually rather fast. That. Because I need the bevel set on this stone. Like, I can go to the gray tam right now and build up a thick slurry and start if I wanted. And say, hey, I got this pretty much there, and I can use the rest to bevel set on that, but I need to cut enough out from behind the edge, if that makes sense. So in order to do that, the bevel needs to be set fully on this stone. Am I wrong in thinking that, people? Anyone that hones, uses both, has used both, knows the concept. I just hit my scales. I've never had one take this long, guys. Barely. Just barely going in fully. And I'm really trying not to use as much pressure as I had been using as well. A little bit more torque and less pressure, because there is a difference. Because the edge wasn't bad on this, guys. If I would have left that J-nat edge on here and then just like tried to bevel set, I wouldn't have gotten this full concave, in my opinion, that I'm trying to go for. But the good news is, all this work I'm putting in here should make all my other work easier. I'm not good at that stroke. I don't want to do it right now. Almost cut my finger there, by the way. That's the one thing about honing with oil. It's about as bad as when you put the soap on there and your fingers touch the blade and stuff. I will say honing with oil makes it so much nicer. And the fact that like you don't have to worry about your rusting your shit. Toe was doing so much better earlier. 1 second. Alright, so we're going to do some, just a little bit, right much oil as I always let soak into this stone. I'm surprised it's not really there, but I keep taking it off the blade and it sticks to the blade and then it's everywhere else as well. So there was a point when I flipped that I might have hit the toe a little in the turn, and that could have been the problem. I like the soft dark though. It's the only motion, the only direction I can do this one-handed. See? I will tell you the thing that I most enjoy about natural hones is they don't load up like synthetics. Hoping to finish this thing up tonight. Get a test shave in. Haven't shaved in 2 days. So it would be a great test shave. Trying to get there. Do you see the impatience? Went to one-handed half strokes. Not something I normally do on this stone, to be honest. Damn it. Frustration. Just a little bit because we're not there yet, and I'd like to be. I'm going to put more oil on this stone, and I may not even need it much more. Oh well. After a period of time, it should give a crazy patina to my soft dark. It's like, just why is that one not getting as keen through there, if that makes sense, or as set? Just this one area right here is not going through the peanut like I want. Everything else is popping, and that's like... Last thing you want to do is work a frown in. I'm thinking about the whole time when I'm like focusing on that area. Is like, man, if you spend too much time here and not the rest, you're gonna put a freaking frown in the motherfucker. We got there. We are there. Thank goodness. Alright, guys. Bevel set. That's a video in itself. I'm not going to make anything longer than this.